سبحان الملك القدوس.
الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Lord, sustainer, creator of the seven heavens and seven earth, and we send salawat and salam for his beloved Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Dearest brothers and sisters, we for now discuss the 16th juz of the Quran, which captures the ending of Surah Kaf, the entirety of Surah Maryam, as well as Surah Taha. And for the backdrop of this evening's tafsir, let us consider the darkness of this dreaded lockdown not only bringing us anguish and anxiety, but also containing a silver lining. And that silver lining is the fact that we are spending more times with our family now than ever before. And it is in this moment of lockdown and social distancing that we have come to realize our need of others, and particularly our families. The 16th juz of the Quran captures 2 of 3 surah that are imperative for every family to read. And the 3 chapters I speak of are Surah Yusuf and Surah Maryam and Surah Taha that are contained in the 16th juz. Not only do these chapters of the Quran represent Ahsan al-Qasas, the most beautiful and amazing stories of the Quran, but they are also filled with emotions of love and betrayal, despair and hope, but more importantly, valuable lessons in creating a family that supports one another. Surah Yusuf teaches us that no matter the treachery of the crime, we must forgive. In Surah Maryam, we see how Isa as an infant comes to the defense of his mother against shameful accusations. And through this we learn that we must bring up sons in this world that will protect and advance the cause of women against the prejudice they may face in our communities. And of course, Surah Taha forms the basis of our discussion in family dynamics. Surah Taha was revealed in Makkah Mukarramah, and we know all too well the type of hostility the Prophet ﷺ faced in Makkah Mukarramah along with the Muslims. They practiced Islam clandestinely and in secret until the Islam of Umar bin Khattab radiallahu anh. During this time, leaders of Quraysh like Abu Jahl and Walid bin Mughira would say to the Prophet and scorn at him, إنك لتشقى حيث تركت دين أبائك فقال عليه الصلاة والسلام بل بعثت رحمة للعالمين قالوا بل أنت تشقى فأنزل الله تعالى هذه الآيات. They would say to him, you have become a nervous wreck, filled with stress and anxiety because you have left the deen of your forefathers. And he would insist that he was sent as a rahmah for the entire universe. And they would respond by simply saying, no, you are a nervous wreck. You are filled with anxiety and worry. And as the consequence of this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed the verses of Surah Taha. Taha, ما أنزلنا عليك القرآن لتشقى إلا تذكرة لمن يخشى تنزيلا ممن خلق الأرض والسماوات العلى. Taha, we have not revealed this Quran to you so that you become a nervous wreck, you be overcome with anxiety and stress. It is a reminder to those who fear, revelation from the one who has created the earth and the skies aloft. Mufassirun explain that there are several meanings to Taha. One is that it means Ya Rajulu, يعني Ya Rajulu ma anzalna alayka al-Quran litashqa. O man, meaning Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, we have not revealed this Quran to you to cause you distress. Some Mufassirun say that Taha is a bit more direct, in that it is one of the names of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, like Yasin is a name of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And the majority of Mufassirun say that Taha are from the huruf muqatta'at, those words and letters that only Allah knows the meaning thereof. What is unique about the huruf muqatta'at is that wherever they appear in the glorious Quran, they are followed by discourse on the Quran itself, with the exception of Surah Rum. So if you look at Surah Baqarah, Alif Lam Mim, thereafter is a discourse on the Quran. Alif Lam Mim Sajda, after Alif Lam Mim there's a discourse on the Quran. Similarly in Surah Yusuf, Alif Lam Ra, تلك آيات الكتاب المبين إنا أنزلناه قرآنا عربيا لعلكم تعقلون. Alif Lam Ra, those are the verses of the clear book which we have revealed to you in the Arabic language so that you may understand. So too does Surah Taha engage in a discussion of the Quran. Taha ma anzalna alayka al-Qur'ana litashqa. This Quran has not been revealed to you to cause you stress or anxiety. So there are similarities from the front between Surah Yusuf and Surah Taha. But also they share the commonality that there are two surahs that discuss by and large the lives of Anbiya alayhi salam. Surah Yusuf of course discusses the life of Yusuf alayhi salam. Surah Taha discusses the life of Musa alayhi salam. What is unique between these two chapters is that they cover the lives of these prophets from the early age to prophethood. Whereas throughout the Quran we find that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will provide some insight to the life of a prophet in one place in the Quran and more insight in another place of the Quran, without those insights being in specific chronological order. But these two chapters contain a summary in chronological order of the lives of these prophets. The introduction of Surah Taha speaks about the Quran not being a burden to the Prophet ﷺ. And throughout the surah we are taught about the life of Musa ﷺ. Why? Because the Prophet is being taught that look how many prophets have passed you and how they endured difficulty. وَكُلًّا نَقُصُّ عَلَيْكَ مِنْ أَنْبَاءِ رُسُلٍ مَا نُثَبِّتْ بِهِ فُؤَادَكَ. Every story we tell you, Muhammad ﷺ, of past prophets is so that you may get some courage, you might comfort your heart. In fact, the Prophet ﷺ, when he would endure difficulty, he would be reminded of Musa ﷺ. He would say, قَدْ أُوذِيَ مُوسَى بِأَكْثَرْ مِنْ ذَلِكَ فَصَبْرَ. Why should I complain? Musa ﷺ endured more difficulty and he was patient. He endured these difficulties. The life of Musa ﷺ as recorded in Surah Taha is an amazing one filled with many lessons. But like I said, the theme is to discuss family relations and support within that family unit. And in fact, if we look at Surah Taha, we are first introduced to Musa ﷺ when he is engaged in a discussion with his family. وَهَلْ أَتَاكَ حَدِيثُ مُوسَى. Did you get the news of Musa ﷺ? Do you know anything about Musa ﷺ? The story of Musa ﷺ. إِذْ رَأَى نَارًا فَقَالَ لِأَهْلِهِمْ كُثُوا. When he was traveling and he saw some fire and he said to his family, remain here, I'm going to find the fire. The story of Musa ﷺ is a long one, but one we are familiar with. He's thrown to the Nile because his mother fears that Fir'aun will kill him. And ironically, he grows up in the court in the palace of Fir'aun. When Musa ﷺ is granted prophethood, the weight of his mission makes him realize that he needs assistance. And so he turns to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in supplication and he makes 4 du'as, 4 adiyah, 4 supplications. The first relates to himself. He makes the dua in verse 25, رَبِّ اشْرَحْ لِي صَدْرِي وَيَسِّرْ لِي أَمْرِي وَاحْلُلْ عُقْدَةً مِّن لِسَانِي يَفْقَهُوا قَوْلِي. O Allah, expand my chest. Grant me ease and comfort in my heart. Make this mission easy for me and remove the knot in my tongue so that people may understand me. And thereafter he seeks support in his mission through another. And that other is no other but his brother Harun. وَجَعَلْ لِي وَزِيرًا مِنْ أَهْلِ هَارُونَ أَخِي أُشْدُدْ بِي أَزْرِي وَأَشْرِكُهُ فِي أَمْرِي. Allah, make my brother my wazir. Wazir means a minister or a deputy, someone who assists you in your mission. But it also shares its root letters with the word wizr. وَلَا تَزِرُ وَازِرَةُ وِزْرَ أُخْرَى. No soul shall made to be carried the burden of another. Musa ﷺ is asking that his brother carry the weight of nubuwwat and risalat so that he might be successful in his mission. Make my brother a pillar of strength and making him my partner in my mission. This mammoth task that lies before Musa ﷺ results in him seeking support through his older brother Harun, who he knows has special skills better than his. هو أفصح مني لسانا. Harun ﷺ was a better orator than Musa ﷺ. But like any sibling relationship, there are always challenges. And so too the relationship of Musa ﷺ and Harun are strained in the cause of their mission. In verse 92, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala relates their dispute. قال يا هارون ما منعك إذا رأيتهم ضلوا ألا تتبعني أفعصيت عمري. Musa ﷺ scolds his brother and says, Oh my brother, O Harun, what stopped you when you saw them going astray from not following my command? Why would you disobey what I've said, my instruction? And Harun is taken aback by the scolding his brother gives him, and he says, Ya ibn Umm, Ya ibn Ummi, "Oh, son of my mother, oh my brother," reminds him of their relationship. That he's not speaking to anyone but his brother. لا تأخذ بلحيتي ولا برأسي. Do not grab me by my head nor my beard. Do not grab me by my beard nor my head. I fear that you would say, I have caused division amongst Banu Israel when you have given me specific instruction that they should remain unified. Of course, Harun a.s. was at no fault when Banu Israel went astray and worshipped the calf. But the way Musa a.s. reacts shows the close relationship they had. And the fact that he was upset because in his absence he had left his older brother to secure his mission. And that's family for you. We have the biggest fallouts with our family because they are the people we love. It's fine for us to lose our cool with them because we know they will forgive us. No matter if they disappoint us, even if they throw us in a well like Yusuf a.s. was thrown by his brothers in a well, we'll always open the treasures of our kingdom to them, like Yusuf a.s. opened the treasures of his kingdom. Musa and Harun ﷺ show us what it means to be a brother, to support one another. Not only that, the entire family structure was made available to Musa a.s. as support. وَلَقَدْ مَنَنَّا عَلَيْكَ مَرَّةً أُخْرَى إِذَا أَوْحَيْنَا إِلَى أُمِّكَ مَا يُوحَى. An additional favor was that Musa a.s. mother was made available to him. إِذْ تَمْشِي أُخْتُكَ فَتَقُولُ هَلْ أَدُلُّكُمْ عَلَيْ مَنْ يَكْفُلُ. His sister supported him in his mission. Indeed, he was favored. The story of Musa a.s. is the lessons of Surah Taha, lessons of a family coming together to support one another. In verse 131, we understand why it is necessary for us to come together to support one another. وَأَمُرْ أَحْلَكَ بِالصَّلَاةِ وَاسْتَبِرْ عَلَيْهَا لَا نَسْأَلُكَ رِزْقًا. Allah commands us to command our families to establish salah and remain steadfast thereon. Because our mission is not the acquisition of this world, but rather coming together in obeying Allah. At the beginning of Surah Taha, our attention is drawn to the Quran. It's a reminder for those who fear Allah. The story of Musa a.s. teaches us the value of having family to support you. And at the beginning of the surah, we learned what was the cause of revelation. Now let us consider in conclusion what effect or cause revelation had on others. Ibn Ishaq narrates a lengthy narration which he explains the Islam of Umar bin Khattab. When he says that when Umar bin Khattab became Muslim, he wanted to assassinate the Prophet ﷺ. And the day he wanted to assassinate the Prophet of Allah, he found out that his sister and his brother-in-law became Muslim. And he marched to their homes and he beat them up. Long story short, Umar radiallahu anh accepts Islam as a consequence of Khabbab bin Arat engaging in a discussion, a discourse, a reflection of the Quran in the home of his sister Fatima radiallahu anh. And what were the verses being recited in the home of Fatima and Sa'id bin Zayd, the brother-in-law of Umar bin Khattab? It was no other than the verses of Surah Taha, the verses that speak about the importance of the Quran as a reminder for those who fear that it is not a burden. And it reflects on the life of Musa Islam, a man who was supported by his family in the fulfillment of his object and mission of life. My respected brothers and sisters, in conclusion, we must become pillars of support to our families, like the family of Musa Islam supported him in his mission. And there is no greater support we can offer than to offer our family members an insight and access to the Quran, like Fatima, the sister of Umar, gave him access and guidance through the glorious Quran. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen.